Alright, today is going to be kind of a different video, and it's going to kind of bounce off the one from yesterday. So first off, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all commenting on the video, giving y'all's feedback and all. It helps a ton, and I do plan on reading it and going through each and every single one to see what y'all are saying. But I feel like a lot of y'all are kind of on the same page with me regarding the game and quote unquote it being dead. But today I want to talk about ways that the game can be better, future improvements I want to see, and overall changes that we may or may never get. But I'm just going to be throwing out ideas on ways that I personally believe the game could be better, big changes they should make to make the game more interactive. And I don't know what the video or the title of the video is going to be, or the thumbnail or anything like that. I'm just kind of like winging it. So yeah, first off, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all for that video yesterday. It's gonna help out me a ton. So I'm gonna get feedback and all that stuff. But yeah, so today we're gonna talk about all the stuff that I want to see change. And if y'all have any ideas of your own on what you would like to see in the game outside of what I talked about, please do let me know as well. What is it, like brand new game modes, different mechanics, all the stuff? Let me know. I love the feedback. And yeah, if you guys are brand new, go down there, drop a like, hit the sub. Can we get 50 likes on today's video? That would be insane and huge. So we're gonna dive in right now. I know, okay, the game isn't exactly interactive as it is at the beginning of the game when you're first time playing it, all the stuff. Nowadays, a lot of us are just going in and doing our dailies, which, nothing wrong with that, right? And we're just farming gear and all. But I feel like the game definitely lacks the interaction that it requires, or that they want, and they being the devs, wanting us to play. So I feel like they are lacking severely in that, and that's something that they need to change. Now we're gonna move over to Chrome, right? Because there are gacha games that I have played in the past that have actually made the game interactive ever since day one. And I'm gonna take a look at a few gacha games that I, like I said, personally played, ones that I've truly enjoyed, playing it for the first time, and stuff that I think Black Clover Mobile can kind of, I don't want to say steal, because maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but take some of what that game has over to this game, and kind of do their own unique things with it, because I feel like it would work. I feel like it would work, and it would make the player base a lot more happy, and they would be actually playing the game instead of just the game farming itself. So yeah, we're gonna take a look, and first one is Grand Cross. Okay, now shout out to Dark Skin. I have no idea if he's making any more Grand Cross content or mobile content or anything like that, but I know Dark Skin was a person that I definitely watched back in the day when Grand Cross was the thing. And co-op, okay, look, so I'll just throw it out the way. Co-op and PvP, real-time PvP, these are two things I definitely want, and I feel like a lot of y'all want as well. We know that real-time is being done, it's just taking time, so it's just a waiting game. Co-op, I don't know if they're ever going to add co-op, and I feel like they should. They maybe can, potentially, I don't even know, but I would love to see co-op. This was honestly one of my favorite parts about Grand Cross, okay? Being able to go into a raid, and keep in mind, this was, how long ago? This was 2 years ago. This was like year one of Grand Cross, okay? The game was out, and you could do co-ops with your friends, with guildmates, with other people and stuff, and it was fun, it was interactive, and it just made the game enjoyable to play, because the difficulty was actually hard, and it required us to actually come up with different units, different team comps, different strategies to go ahead and about defeating this, which I think was really unique, really fun. And I was a huge fan of doing co-ops. I remember being in the OG Honor Guild. If you know, but it was just fun. It was really fun just playing with your friends. And I feel like Black Clover Mobile should definitely have a kind of co-op / raid mechanic, to where, not the current raid we have out now, right? I mean, maybe keep the same raid, but add a co-op mode to where we can play with friends. I feel like that would be way better. Would it not? Be being able to play with your guildmates, playing with your friends. It would actually require us to play the game and try to take down the difficult content that the game has. So I feel like co-op is one that is severely needed, and I hope one day we do get it sooner rather than later, fingers crossed. But yeah, Grand Cross, this was by far one of the most favorite parts about the game, playing it. It's been a long time since I played Grand Cross, so I don't know what they changed or what they added, but this is by far one of the best things I've seen from a gacha game, especially that since co-op was here day one when the game came out, right? I remember playing the JP version, and this game was, yeah, it was popping off, man. And Grand Cross still to this day does amazingly well with his updates and all, from what I hear from others. So I know they're killing it, man. Keep it up. Definitely need Black Clover Mobile to kind of go the same route that y'all are, right? It is crazy to think about, right? The devs that play, or the devs that work on Black Clover Mobile have worked on Grand Cross, yet there's still a lot of things that we're missing. So I don't know, man. This raid, I loved it. I think this is one of the best mechanics about Grand Cross, and it was interactive. It was fun. You got to play with others. I don't know. I just want something to play with friends, I guess is what I'm trying to say, or like play with others to where it's interactive. All right, moving on next. So let me actually go back to my game real quick and show y'all. So in my opinion, okay, and I could be completely wrong about this, a lot of y'all could disagree with me, but, and it's actually very ironic because I'm a free-to-play player, but in my honest opinion, okay, in my honest opinion, I think getting LR rarity is way too easy. Like, it is stupidly easy. Like, you actually have to do nothing at all to get your units up to LR, and it should not be that way, okay? I know it's very ironic because I am free to play. I should be, in fact, very happy that I don't have to do anything to get my units up to the highest rarity, but, you know, after playing this game for so long and working on so many units, this is where they severely messed up, okay? I don't think it should be just AFK farming and you get your units up to the highest rarity without doing anything, right? Like, for example, okay, I could take my level 1 base SSR, you know, Leopold into affinity farming overnight, and then next morning when I wake up, bam, he is LR ready to go and everything. I just gotta level him up, do talents and gear, and the unit is done. It should not be that way, okay? It should absolutely not be that way, and I actually hate this, and this is a very, very, very big mess up. I think the devs missed out on this because it's too easy. It's too easy. Like, low key, if I could get him up to LR in like 10 minutes or so right now. I kid you not. As long as you have stamina, you have skip tickets, you have food, you can get this unit up to LR in 10 minutes, like, very easy, without you know, any difficulty at all. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that because I'm not doing anything. I just go and farm affinity, and it's just like, okay, cool, you know, that's it at the end of the day. So what I think the game should do, and I'm hoping that they can kind of fix this, because now that the game has been out and, like, you know, getting LR ready is kind of established, I feel like they should pull something from Dokkan. So we're actually gonna go over and take a look. Now, shout out Trios, dude, absolute go when it comes to Legend. This was by far one of the favorite things about Dokkan, and it's been a minute since I played, but still, like, if I were to go back and play Dokkan, this would by far be one of my favorite things. Dokkan exclusive events. I love these, you know. First off, pulling a unit is hype enough, but then going and actually taking on an event for that character to go ahead and get the materials needed to get your units up to the next rarity, that was just even more fun because it required you to use like different units, different team comps, different strategies to go about beating it, and it was just fun overall. And like I said, this is by far one of the most favorite things that I loved about Dokkan, because you didn't, you know, compared to this game, like, it's like so much more work they have to put in, and I feel like players need that, right? Because let's just say season 4 units are coming out in a few days. I'm gonna get them, and then after that I'm just gonna, you know, use skip tickets, affinity food, and go to affinity stages, and then bam, they're LR for free without doing anything. And as opposed to if they had, Black Clover Mobile had something like this, to where we had maybe like a Noel event, or like a Noel event to where she would drop materials needed to go ahead and get her, you know, to get your unit up to UR and then eventually LR. I think that would have been great. I think that would have been so great. And keep in mind, with the amount of characters that they have, they could have easily done this, man. I'm telling you, I just think that, like, they're not fully thinking of, you know, unique and creative ways to go ahead and like allow players to play the game. Hopefully that makes sense. But I feel like if we had events that, you know, drop materials to get your units up to the next rarity, that would have been hype, man. Instead of like, well, all these guys are LR, but let's just say Mars, for example, right? Mars is at UR. Instead of getting these for free, or like the way that Global is now, instead of just like simply working on your character's affinity to get it up to the, you know, a rarity, instead of having these, well, for JP and KR at least, instead of just getting these from your affinity, make it an event. Make it an event to where we have to fight Mars, and Mars would then drop those materials to go ahead and allow your character to go from SSR to UR or UR to LR. I think that would have been great. And first off, that would have been, you know, free premium currency that we can get from the event, materials needed for the character's awakening and ascension to like higher rarity. And it just would have been interactive, and they could have easily made these limited time missions to where maybe on like Monday they have support type units only, you know, Tuesday they have attackers, Wednesday they have defenders, or if they want to, you know, go by color, they could have like Monday and Tuesday on red, Wednesday and Thursday on blue, Friday and Saturday on green, and then Sunday they have all of them. That would have been amazing. And then like, you know, every single day is a different unit that we can work on and an event that we can do, farm, and it would actually require us to play the game. That would have been so much more fun, in my opinion. But instead, we have this system to where we just need to do affinity and we get our characters up to LR for free, right? Which I feel like it is not as fun, and it eventually, because like, I'm free to play, dude. If I wanted to, I could get all my units up to LR probably within like a week. I kid you not, okay? And that's pretty bad. That's not fun, and it's not interactive like how I want it to be. And I feel like y'all are hopefully feeling the same way as well. And that was a very missed opportunity, man. Very, very missed opportunity for them to go ahead and drop events that gave out materials needed to go ahead and get your units up to the next rarity. That's a huge miss in my eyes. And I'm not saying for them to like, you know, copy Dokkan 1-to-1 exactly to where, you know, but they could have done something. They could have done something unique to where maybe it dropped, you know, different materials, and you need those different materials to get your units up to the next rarity. They could have done something easy like that, but instead we have this system, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And yeah, man, I don't know, dude. They really need to find unique and creative ways to make the game more interactive. And you know, that is the like the number one thing that I loved about Dokkan, to where like, you know, you pull the unit and you don't get them up to the highest rarity for free, right? You actually have to go take on an event, a difficult event that is, and you get the materials needed. And it's not just a one-time thing, like you're like you have to do it a few times, because I remember Dokkan events, they only give out like the highest difficulty gives out like what, 7 or so. You needed like 70 to get the unit up to UR ready or LR ready, whatever it is. This game could have easily done that, you know, make it to where the highest difficulty, if you complete it, gives like a certain amount to where you need to then repeat it a few times to go ahead and then get the materials needed to get your units up to LR. Because as a free-to-play player, I'm sorry, man, like I know I should not be doing this, and maybe free-to-play players can disagree with me, but I should not be free-to-play and be able to get all these units up to the highest rarity, no problem. I'm sorry. Like maybe in a world, maybe there's a world where it's the opposite, you know, the game has what I'm wanting for this, and maybe I'm complaining about it, but I just feel like that's more interactive, more fun, and it's a very, very missed opportunity from the devs to go ahead and include something like that, to where players actually enjoy playing the events, enjoy playing the game, enjoy taking the time to get your units up to the highest rarity. I feel like that was a very missed opportunity, like I said. And going on to my last one, right? My last point is, well, currently we don't have the event out, but the brand new quote-unquote summer event that we just had for season 3, it was fun, don't get me wrong. But something I wish they did was maybe include like a free SR character, you know? Include like a free character that is actually like low-key kind of good. And that's something I love that, you know, what is it? Legends does this, to where, you know, they get free characters and the characters are actually good. And I know like a lot of this is on the basis of having, you know, co-op or real-time PvP and stuff, but I feel like they should do these things so that way players actually have an incentive to go ahead and complete the events. Because I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna lie, I did not even finish the summer event. I didn't get everything from the shop. I played it a few times and I just, you know, farmed whatever I could. I got, you know, whatever resources I needed. I didn't even complete out the shop, right? But if they added like a character, an event exclusive character for that event only, never to be returned, or like, you know, in a very, very long time, then I would have been more inclined to play the events, so that way I can get that character, because I know that that character won't be returning for a long time. And I feel like a lot of us are collector people, to where, you know, if a character is an exclusive unit, part of an event, or, you know, festival unit or whatever, we want to do our absolute best to try and get that unit, which I feel like they messed up. They should have added a unit or something, right, to where you get a unique character or unique material to where it's very, very limited, you know, you can only get it from this event, to then make us feel like, you know, we want to play the event so that we can get our hands on that exclusive unit or whatever, and then, you know, we get added to the collection, right? Because at the end of the day, this game is a collection game, right? You know, you obviously summon, you get the characters, you have them, and they're yours forever until the game eventually shuts down later on. But like I said, very missed opportunity. They should have done something like this, something that like Legends does, because I'm a huge fan of the Legends, you know, events. Free characters, man, they are broken, they are good, they're fun. It makes the event worth farming and actually playing. So it's just like, it sucks, man. It truly does suck. And I know the devs are hard at work, and I know that they are quote unquote brand new for a company, but I don't know, maybe their what is it, their creative department is slacking, bro. I don't know. I mean I do need a job, so if y'all are hiring, let me know. But I would love for them to add in these things to where it makes the game more interactive, more fun, you know, especially about the whole part getting your units up to LR. In my opinion, like I said, it should not be this easy. I'm sorry, it truly should not be this easy. And it's not really like a time consuming thing, because I do it while I sleep, so I'm not even playing the game. I'm farming while I'm sleeping. So it's like they should have done an event to where, you know, like I said, the best example I can give you is a Dokkan exclusive event or a Dokkan event, to where you would farm materials or metals, or call it what you will, needed for that character to allow that unit to get to the higher rarity that that you want them to. So I don't know, it was a very missed opportunity, and with the amount of characters that the game has, they could have easily done it and separated it into like either typings, colors, whatever it may be, and they could have put it in the limited time section like this, and they could have done it like this. Exactly, literally like this. So just like how these rotate every single day, they could have easily done that. So like, for example, tomorrow this is gonna reset and something else is gonna pop up. They could have dropped like, you know, red typing events to where you can get the materials needed for red units and then farm that material and then allow your units to get up to UR and then eventually LR rarity. They could have easily done that, but instead they gave us in my opinion, a really bad system that requires no action, and something that you don't even have to be like playing the game to achieve, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But if y'all have any ideas of ways that the game can be more interactive, so I said co-op, real-time PvP, Dokkan style events to where units actually require like materials or things to get your units up to higher rarity. What else? Like, you know, free characters, free event characters. I think that would have been great. But if you have any ideas, let me know. I'm gonna give all this stuff as feedback. So yeah, I truly appreciate it, man, and I will take care and see you on the next one. All right, peace.